Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers. So last time, well, was just wasted time to be honest. Excuse me. I was really struggling to get the CO2 core down. And I mean, I have played it for a little bit between. All this stuff you can ignore. I was just messing about with stuff. It occurred to me that I am massively overthinking this. I do not need to worry about doing any kind of phase changing stuff just to be able to cool down CO2 because I don't need hot CO2. So I may as well just create a system that cools the entire tank down, or something that I can feed off the tank and just cool it all down without all this rubbish and everything else. So I've actually gone ahead and done it, and you know what? It's not difficult. And yeah, granted, a lot of people probably agree it isn't difficult, and I was just making it more difficult. So what I've done is basically created a bit of a cooling loop, which just uses the atmosphere of Europa to cool down the CO2. So what we've got here is obviously a couple of pipe analyzers. One is measuring the, well, everything, but I'm reading the temperature of the CO2 pipe. And if I show you what I've got in there, so in the top section of the pipe, I've got 24.3. Down here, obviously got the temperature of the tank, 1053 degrees. Don't really understand. That's a one-way valve, but it doesn't pull or push, it just allows gas through. So I don't understand why that section of pipe is so hot, but yet this isn't. I would assume those two are technically the same network, but this obviously separates them out. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so the way this works is I can release CO2 through there, which will naturally warm up the pipe. So I've got a radiator here, which is connected to a digital valve. So that digital valve is detecting the temperature in this pipe. And once the temperature in there hits below 30 degrees, it will turn that on and basically finish off the work that the rest of it does. So it'll obviously expel a little bit of heat into the room, but it's because of the amount of gas I have in the base, you don't even notice it. But it will equalize the temperature of the pipe with the room temperature. When I release that, it will increase the temperature, which means that valve will shut off. So this pump here is activated when the pressure in this pipe hits, sorry, not pressure, when the temperature hits 35 degrees. So if I flick this, you can see the digital valve has gone off, and that that pressure regulator there has turned on. Let's just get rid of some of that. So you can see the temperature in there is currently 258 degrees, and it's now cooling slowly. It will speed up. So what happens is that regulator is going to push 20 kilopascals of gas into there, which is just running into a medium radiator outside, and it's cooling down the CO2. So there I've got minus 127. I've actually got like minus 109 here as well. So that kind of feeds around and basically goes back into the pipe before the regulator. So this pump here is activated when there's any pressure in there. So as soon as it's not zero, that is activated. So what will happen is the CO2 comes in at whatever temperature it is, goes through, cools down, comes back around here, and that's obviously connected to all this pipe. Once the pipe hits 35 degrees, that regulator turns off, that remains on and takes all the whatever remaining gas is left in there. Now I kind of did some very rough maths, and it's not perfect, but it works. With the pressure that builds up in that pipe, by time so that goes off at 35 degrees. By time that is empty, this pipe is below 30, at which point this valve is activated. And it always seems to be the case. Doesn't matter what temperature I put in there, it always works, because the the cold gas in there is enough to take it, whatever it is, down another 5 degrees at least. And that's basically all there is to it. It's not complicated. It doesn't take a lot of setup. The code is just this. So ignore that. That's just a note for me, really. But basically, all my stuff up here is I'm aliasing it all. I'm setting a what's it called? A register to 35, and I can just change that. So if I decide actually I want my gas to be cooler, I'd reduce the number, and then it goes through and it just loads the pressure from the cooled anal. So that's the pressure there, that one. And then if it's greater than 0, turn on the pump. Easy. And then I've got this one, CO2 anal, which is that one. And I'm converting, this was thank you to, I think it was Charles who mentioned this. I think I might be wrong. But yeah, just convert it to degrees Celsius because I understand that. And then if R1, oh no, sorry, so set R1 to 1 if R0 is greater than 35. So R0 being the temperature, and obviously it's greater than 35, then it'll turn on the regulator. So if that is hotter than 35 degrees, turn that on and start the cooling loop. And then down here, all I'm doing here, I can't even remember, is subtracting 5 from that. So whatever I set this to, the valve will turn on when the temperature is 5 degrees lower. So if I was to set the register here to 30, then the valve would come on at 25 degrees. And that's pretty much it. That is literally all there is to it. And it works. Any heat that this spits out is immediately cooled down by my cooling system that I've got set up around here, which is kind of running through here, the workshop, and the greenhouse. Yes, and the greenhouse. And then, yeah, that is literally all she wrote. There is nothing else going on. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know what I've been doing. So with this setup, obviously that is the CO2. Now I do need to kind of do the same thing with oxygen. The good thing about oxygen is that I can just feed in cold in there. It's naturally warm anyway, but sorry, it's naturally warm coming from the furnace, I should say. But I'm already cooling it to room temperature. So actually in here, all I need is to swap that out of a digital valve to turn on whenever the oxygen ratio in the base is below a certain threshold. I've also been talking to somebody who watches, and thank you, Peter. There is something I can do with this. So I've been keeping this at a low pressure to avoid liquid buildup. But we have devices in the game designed to expel the liquid. So I could massively increase the amount of gas stored by just sticking on a couple of drains. I don't know why I haven't thought about that before now. So I'm going to go and make another one. And I'm also going to go get my suit. And let's do that. Helmet and you. Let's go make a drain. Because it was noted that obviously the more pressure you've got, obviously the better. It'll react to temperature better. From my understanding anyway. So that pipe is coming. I can't remember if the pipe is that. There's going to be a problem because that's going to make the network. I might have to run that pipe up just so I can drain out the liquid oxygen. Because that's a separate network. Yeah, let's do that actually, just to avoid any mishaps. While I'm waiting for these pipes, so Peter and I got to talking, and he gave me a tour of his Europa base. And I've got to say, it is pretty decent. I am a big fan of some of what he's done. I've come away with a few ideas on what I can improve, and then the kind of direction that I can head in. Yeah, he's done a really good job, which, to be fair, I'm sure most people have. So Peter doesn't do any recording, so if he ever wants to showcase it, then more than happy to kind of record it for him, and then he can give everyone a tour. But yeah, if not, just know it's pretty decent. Right, let's get outside and sort this out. So, I need my wrench, please. I don't know why I've come out here. I should have stuck something out here first. Where are my sensor lenses? Okay, so I can chuck this down here, so that's fine. So if I do that and that, and just chuck on liquid drain, liquid drain. It's a bit close to that vent there, but to be honest, it'll be fine. Not too concerned. Right, let's head back in. Get that connected. Oh, actually, I'm going to need that. Cancel. And let's get you hooked up here. Like so. So now I should be able to see. Yeah, so there's my pressure of 1.06. It's gone a bit over what I've set, but that's big. Excuse me. But that's because I've had the hot gas coming from the furnace going there. It's increased the pressure. Excuse me. I feel like I'm going to choke. Right, turn you off. Eat my potato. Take your time eating the potato. And potato's gone. Okay, fine. So let's go back into here. And now I can increase the pressure in you without risk of explosion. So we can see that the temperature is dropping, which again is another thing that isn't a bad thing, because it means we're moving away from the ignition temperature, which is also good. I can also use it so if the oxygen, well, at any point is a little bit cooler, then I can use it as coolant to cool the base down, obviously. But there we go. So that's going to do its thing. And we should... Where are we? So... Actually, I guess as long as it stays... Let me do Celsius because I'm simple. So yeah, so as long as, like, if we don't go below minus 105, we'll be absolutely fine. And there's no risk of that because of the temperature we've currently got in there. So I'm going to increase this. Let's do it to... Oh, let's just use the labeler. I'm just going to do 3 megapascals for now. We'll see how we get on. Make sure those 2 drains are enough. But yeah, we should hopefully be good. As I've got no one-way valves, so I shouldn't gain any more. Or there should be no liquid oxygen that gets anywhere else. No, I think we'll be okay. So yeah, that's that done. I've obviously got my CO2 bit done. So I want to get that done. But I'm getting dangerously close to 100 kPa, so I want to sort out the overpressure system. And I don't think it's going to take that long. I think it's pretty simple. Let me just tidy up some of this cable. There we go. Okay, so I can use that same sensor. I just need. I wonder if what's the best place to put this? I could put the active vent over here because I can feed into this waste pipe. Well, it's not a waste pipe; it's a everything pipe. I don't think I've got anything in there. Yeah, that's empty. So if I open that valve, my filter should come on. Yeah. That's just because they're sucking out the gas quicker than it can go in. The quickest way of fixing that would be to change that valve for a pressure regulator, and then I can pump it in quicker. Let's just turn the overflow on, because that's a bit annoying. Overflow. The whatchamacallit? The lever. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, obviously. So if I connect the active vent to, I'm getting rid of all this. That's all going, so just ignore that. I've literally got power and network there. So if I just do that, and the reason I'm putting it on this side is because I think the further away from the sensor this is, the better, so that they don't get confused and affect each other. So if we do that, turn the glasses off. Is this tank empty? Not tank, sorry, pipe. Oh, very almost. It's actually about to become empty. Come on. Get rid of that last little trickle. All gone. So turn you off. And all the filters are off because there's nothing in there. So we can close that. You know what, actually? I might as well replace that with a pipe, because it's actually of no benefit. If there's any gas in there, I don't want it in there. I want the filtration system to take over and fix it. So maybe I should replace that as well, but one problem at a time. Let's get you labeled. And we're going to call you active vent overpressure. And it doesn't matter if the mix in here. If it's overpressured, I want you to suck out. What I could do is like check for the ratio. So if it's overpressured, then obviously suck out something, run it through a filter and all that kind of stuff. But let's just take some of it out. I don't think we need more than 80 kPa in the base. Just a random figure, no reason for that, and I think that's just going to be my limit. So what want I already have this. Excuse me, and I have one spare pin, so I can incorporate that into this. So I already have the sensor. We're going to replace you with a. Oh, that's a point. I'm going to need another pin for you, aren't I? Or do I even need that? Can I not just use a one-way? I don't know. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so if I edit and let's alias overpressure vent to D5. So at the bottom, we're going to load from the. Oh, damn. You're on that chip, aren't you? Um. Can I? So if I go gas room IC housing 1, and then I call this one gas room IC housing 2. If I, and I don't know if I can do this. That sensor is on this housing. Oh wait, then why don't I just? I think I'm overcomplicating it again. I can just add it to this one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not do what we're doing over here. Cancel. Right, let me import you. You get back to work. Okay, so alias overpressure vent to D5. So we've already got the. Where is that gas sensor being used? What are you being used for? Because you're not even on this one. Gas sensor gas room. Is that... I don't know what I'm using that for. Okay. Oh, well, I'll do what I was going to do then. I don't know if this works, and I could probably feed it into a memory. But let's do it like this. Let's test it, because I'm learning. So instead of you, I want to go gas room sensor. So what I'm going to do is load, put it into R0, the gas room sensor pressure. And then, so I don't need this. So then I can just go save to the DB, the setting, R0. And that's it, I think. So confirm you. Export. Now it's going to error because it wants the sensor, which is gas sensor gas room. So there we go. So we've got our pressure there, and it's currently dropping, which means it must be cooling, which makes me think that in here this is not on. So I don't know why it's cooling. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. So now I'm curious as to whether I can take the setting from this housing and use it on my other one. Let's find out. I can't. But not without aliasing it. You know what I could do? I could test something else that I was shown. Now, I have no... So again, this is something that Peter showed me, and I think it's from mix coding. I can't quite remember how it worked. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to just put no spaces. Don't think it matters, but it's just my own sanity. I need an active vent. I need to know your hash. Can I do this without using a pin? Let's grab you out. Import you. Because if I can, then I can put the housing to... I can put the other housing to that pin. Okay, let's just... oh, I don't know. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's not get too confused. Okay, so can we define active vents to that hash? And then just out of curiosity, can I save batch name? Right, so the device hash is that, but I could just put active vents. Actually, that's what I've done up there. Then the name hash, I go active vent overpressure. Logic type on. And then R0. And then if I just move R0 to 1 as a test. So I might be wrong, and we're probably about to find out that I'm wrong. Store register value to logic type on all output network devices will provide type, hash, and name. So I think I'm defining the active vents as this, but then I've named the active vent this. So that might just turn the vent on. So I expect that one to come on and nothing else. I don't know if I have to push. I don't know if I have to create a kind of like the way I see it is like a collection of different names, but I'm going to try this and see what happens. I'm trying to remember without googling it. Incorrect variable at line 15. I turn you off because you're going to annoy the hell out of me. Line 15. Yeah, okay. So I need to push. Pushes the value of A to the stack at SP and increments SP. So if I push that and then push 0, or was it push hash? Oh no, I think I'm getting confused. What was it? What did SP do? Oh. Oh, I can't remember. Pushes the value of A to the stack. So is it push active vent overpressure R0? No. Oh, what is it? Oh, damn. I cannot remember. There's a way of what was it? Push. Active vents. Active vent. Overpressure? Was it S? No. Oh, I can't remember. I cannot remember. Okay. I will come back to that. I can't. Yeah, I'm having a mind blank. I'm being silly. So let's delete you. Let's delete you. And let's not deal. Well, I might only have one active vent in this room. Actually, let's just test it. Okay, so technically I can still do what I wanted to do, as long as I don't put any more active vents in this room. So let's just do it. Screw it. So define active vents to that. So we are going to. So I want to know if I can load. And I need to alias. DB pressure to D5. Oh, okay. In that case, then that's going to be... Can I connect DB housing to this? You can't. Go to override. I kind of need all of this. It's all very important. Fine. So I can't do what I need to do then. I could... Oh, do I have to put another housing in? That's using 4 pins. I could save batch to a... Do I only have one memory in here? And you'll have to pardon if you can hear the dog in the background. He has been very mardy today. Okay, so there's only... Well, there's no memories in here. So I might be able to avoid... I mean, I'm just being tight. I could always put another IC housing in, but I don't want to. So let's try this. Memory. I've just remembered. I think I've already got one.
Storm incoming.
Storm incoming. I'm sure I have a memory. I'm sure I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so I can just stick the memory. I'll put the memory over here. And just get you connected. And then let's get you labeled. So, room, pressure, memory. Whoops. Okay, so I can save batch to that without having to use a pin. So if I go memory, take you. Right, so let's define pressure memory to that hash. That isn't going to work. Wait. Why am I not just taking... Why am I overcomplicating this? I don't need you to take the gas sensor. Do I? I mean, I'll leave it on there now, because why not? But if I set that to the gas sensor, then there's no need for the memory. Well, it doesn't matter. I've got a pin. So it's whatever's going to be easier. So if I alias the gas sensor pressure to D5, fine. So let's leave all of this. Let's go down here. So let's load and put it into R0. The gas sensor pressure. And I want the pressure. And then what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I don't need the memory. I don't need the memory. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm bothering with that. I just need to define the active event, which I've done. So I'm going to just hash that out for a second because I don't think I need it. So if I just save greater than, so R0, where R0 is greater than, so the pressure is going to work in thousands. So if I go for, if it's above 80, and then I can just save to, oh, so it's going to be save batch, active events, the on, and that's going to be R0. Is that it? That might be it. So if I export you, I need to set, what did I need to set D5 to? It was the sensor, wasn't it? Gas sensor pressure. So if I gas sensor gas room. So what should happen is my pressure in here is above 80. Turn you on. Line 17, there's an error. What's the error? I've got just a random load that I don't need. There we go. Let's confirm that. Export. Just thought, let's set you inward. And turn you on. Okay. So when the pressure over here, so if the pressure over here hits above 80, so that should hopefully go off in a second. Now what I need to do is I need to keep an eye on this pipe. So you know what? Let's just keep you constantly open. Ah, we can't keep it constantly open because there's always a risk of getting volatile in there, isn't there? So we're going to need another IC at some point. And at the moment it's going to overpressure. Well, it's not going to overpressure, but there is risk of overpressure. Oh, so that should have gone off now. There we go. It's gone off. So we've gone below 80. It's still going to keep... Oh, it's still going down. Because the whole base is kind of balancing out. But yeah, that works. It's crude. But it does the job. It definitely does the job. And you can see it's balancing out because I'm getting pressure coming in from other areas of the base. Potatoes are okay. They're all thriving towards seeding, so that's good. But yeah, the reason this is just so bad at the moment because of how much over the pressure was. As soon as it hits over, then this will start coming on. I probably should have either like multiple gas sensors, or no, maybe multiple vents throughout the base, which I could do because this is just saving batch. So as long as they were all... Oh, well, no, no, I couldn't, because that's just going to do all active vents. So this has to remain on its own network. Surprised you're still on. Oh, you're not still on. Okay, yeah, that's good. Look, so you can see now that whole cooling loop should be empty, which it is. And that we've got a comfortable 22.7 degrees. All is good. So I'm going to leave this active vent going. Obviously the pressure in there now is dropping. We're not on 13 anymore, so that is good. But yeah, so that is a very crude but workable overpressure system. And I got to remember I've got a spare pin there. I'm not actually using that. So let's try and remember that. Okay, so I have a way of getting... Well, I don't have a way of getting CO2 into the base. That's another thing. I probably am going to need another IC in here, to be honest, because I'm going to need to have a pump here, pumping in whenever the ratio gets below a certain amount, and then I'm also going to need to be able to get CO2 out. So, yeah, I probably will need another IC. You know what? We'll do it now. Let's get this gas room sorted once and for all, shall we? Do I have what I need for another IC housing? Gold, steel, electrum, solder. Gold, steel, electrum, solder. So is that solder? Nope, that's invert. You're not solder. You're solder. Only 10 grams. Oy vey, I'm going to have to make some more. Gold. Do I have any gold in here? Nope. I better go get some gold. Gold. Right, make me one of those. I'm going to take my suit off because I'm a bit warm. You know what? Refill my jetpack as well. Yeah, we're good. Right, so is my circuit done yet? It is. And then we want housing. I need the copper. That's only 8 gram. I need some more. Stick you in there. I've got to sort out my ingots. I want to automate it so my ingots are going into my machines automatically. That's a lot of work and it's a bit above me at the moment, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done at some point. Don't make me 2 of those. I don't want 2 of those. Boom. Seeds. Nope. One. Bit random that I've got the 2 far corners. Oh, I don't want to use the potatoes. I should have used the seeds. Fool. Never mind. Thank you kindly. Right, I'm going to end up having IC bloody housing everywhere, but what can you do? Well, I could tidy it up, and I probably will at some point. Unlikely, but I've got faith I'll do it. Okie dokie. So, right. So if we import that, so what do I want to do? I need to replace that with a pump. You know what I should probably do? I'm going to have multiple ICs all loading the gas sensor, although there's no other way of really doing that, is there? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Right, I need a pump. I need a pump. You're not a pump. Neither are you. I have no more pumps. Let's go and do that. Gold. Where's my gold? Come on. Oh. Eh? I thought I had gold in there. I should probably, at some point, get a chute network set up that just dumps my ingots into here. And I'm sure I won't. Right, make me that. Thank you. Thank you. Right, so there is me oxygen. To be fair, it doesn't have to be here, does it? Because that whole line... I mean, I could have it just come off up there. Because that whole line is just all this same thing. Four degrees. Obviously, it will get to room temperature eventually. Which way does the cable go on this? The way I want it to. So yeah, let's do that. Screw it. So if I bring you down, and your cable for this room, not that room, so I think we're okay. Let's call you... No. Oxygen, ratio, pump. Bit irritating. It's because of the sub network that I've created there, I think. I got rid of that valve. Oh, I guess I've got this valve as a backup, so realistically, I need to keep them separate. Because this one's going to suck in oxygen. I can't risk volatile getting sucked in, because the volatile is going to be hot. And if they mix, they're going to combust. I need to have this valve here. I probably need to change the code on my filtration so it's just not flicking on and off. And it should be more like if the pressure... No, because they suck too quickly. I don't know. Right, so what was I doing? Oh yes, so I've just renamed you. Do I have an insulated pipe? Oh, and a passive vent. Perfect. Hunger, shut up. So if I do this and do this, and we'll set that pump to
hydration critical.
No, we'll leave you on 5 litres. And I've just thought of something. That oxygen is going to get pumped into the room from here. Oh, but the sensor's over there, so we're probably going to be okay. I think we'll be fine. Okay, so I need to read from the sensor the ratio of oxygen. When the ratio is... And I don't know what I need to breathe, so I'm going to say... Is it like 20% oxygen, 80% nitrogen, maybe? I think breathable atmosphere. So let's just go safe, and let's say 30. I'm guessing if I search for gas sensor, I'm guessing if I look at ratio oxygen, wherever you are, out there, the ratio of the oxygen in the device atmosphere. Ah, okay, I'm going to assume it's between 0 and 1 for a percentage. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to alias the oxygen pump to D0. Alias the gas sensor to D1. That's it. So if we go start, whoops, what am I doing? Right, if we go start, yield, so load, put it into R0 from the gas sensor, the ratio oxygen, okay, and then set greater than R0, if R0, so if we go 0.3, and then save to the oxygen pump R0, and then jump back to start. Is that it? So there's no checks happening on there, so there's no temperature checks happening. If it becomes a problem, I can add that in, I think. We'll work on function, and then later on we'll work on efficiency. So I think if I export that, where's my screwdriver? So U is no device, U is no device, Y is no devices. Valid argument at line 8. What's wrong with line 8? Oh, you fool. On R0. Unknown error lines. Oh yeah, but now it doesn't know what it's doing, so that's fine. So you can be my oxygen pump. Nope, gone past it. Can you not go back? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oxygen ratio pump. You are my gas room gas sensor. You are my nothing. So the oxygen ratio in here at the moment is currently, oh wow, 84. Oh wait. Oh yeah, it was oxygen that I'm doing, wasn't it? So this isn't going to be an issue for a very long time. But as we continue to work, I don't want it to be something that I forget about. So if I turn this on, what have I done? Why did you go on? Because I'm a fool. That should be set less than. That's why. Idiota, idiota. There we go. So we've got a lot of oxygen in here. We're meeting the criteria, so not required. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. So we need to set up the same system on the CO2. And I think we should set it on here because there's always a risk that that pipe there could be overheated. But this one we know should always be okay. So I need another active vent, which means I've messed up because this one I am batch writing to, aren't I? Oh, yes, I am. I'm a fool, I'm a fool, I'm a fool. Oh, you fool. I'm sure I did do the batch writing, didn't I? Pretty positive. Mhm. Maybe, rather than... Maybe you shouldn't... Can you do LB? So I could save on... I mean, it's not right, obviously. But if I was to define the gas sensor pressure here instead, because I'm not going to write to the sensor, so that should save me a pin, and then I can just put the vent onto D5 instead. Let me turn you off for a second. So if I copy you, alias active vent to D5, if I define the gas pressure sensor, and I'm just going to get the hash for the sensor. So if I put that there, and then anywhere that I was using gas sensor now needs to be active. Yeah, so it's not going to be now save batch active vent. It's going to be load batch. The pressure batch mode can be 0, I guess. 0 is, oh no, average is, oh yeah, it doesn't matter because it's only going to be 1, so that's fine. And then we just save to the active vent. Is that right? So we load from the batch. There's only one sensor, so it doesn't matter. Gas sensor pressure, we're loading the pressure. And then we're setting greater than if the pressure is greater than 80, and then we're going to save to the active vent the on. So yeah, nothing changes there. What it means is I change you to be the active vent. Oh, that one. If I export you, and we're still working. It now means that I don't have any issues with that being batch written to. So now in this code, I'll be able to put on another active vent, and I don't have to worry about it having any issues. So active vent, let's put you there. You round, you there, you there. I want you set to outward, which will be by default. So if I put active vent O2, no, not O2, CO2, repressure. Doesn't matter what I call it, as long as I get the pin right. Okay, so what I can do now is load, put it into R0, the gas sensor, ratio, carbon dioxide. We're going to need to alias. Let's call it CO2 vent to D2. We're going to need to save less than R0 if R0. If CO2, we're more bothered about our oxygen. The plants only need like a small percentage, so I'm going to say less than 0.1. So if it's less than 0.1, we'll change that in a second for testing. And then we want to save to the CO2 vent, the on R0. Confirm. Export. Oh, can't export it, can I? Export you. You should error. Because you don't know what device I'm talking about. So, C active vent O2 repressure, that one. Okay, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So we currently have 14.4. So if I change you to 0.2. Oh, that's why I can't pick it up, because my hands are full. Oh, I'm going to need my tablet though. Right, export. So that should turn on. Oh, yes. Why did you just get hot? Oh, that didn't work, did it? So I should probably change my code so that that one, because what's happened there is that's the 5-degree difference. So that one isn't going to come on until this hits greater than 35. That one isn't going to come on until it hits 30, which means it's going to stay in that pipe at 32.4 and cuts off my CO2 supply. So I should probably... They both need to be the same. So let's get them both set to 30. So I don't need that difference there. So I can set you to 30. And then the valve here is less than R2. I can't remember what my code is. Oh yeah, so we're just subtracting 5 from R9, and R9 is R30. So if I get rid of the sub and then put it in R1, if R0 is less than R2. So if I change that to R9, R0 we'll load the pressure from the cord, and that's the pump, that bit we don't care about. So load R0 with the temperature of the analyzer, and that's converting it to degrees Celsius. So if R1, no sorry, if R0 is greater than 30 degrees, then turn on the regulator. If it's below R1. No, sorry. R0 is less than R9. If the temperature is below 30. So the issue is... Okay. I mean, that's probably fine. I mean, if the temperature hits 30 degrees, there'll be a second where it won't do anything. Let me test that. Okay, so now it's cooling. So it should bring that down to hopefully 30 degrees, at which point that valve will come on. And hopefully we will see our CO2 increase. There you go, look. That has not worked. Oh, yes it has. What's happening there? Why is... Why is that pipe keep gaining heat? I think I need to get rid of that one way. Because what's happening is... I think this is leaking through. You can see there the pressure of that is dropping. What is going on? Why? Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, 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 no. What the hell? What's going on? Oh, crap. My cooling's stuck. Stop. What happened? I had all this working. I don't think that's going to be a problem because I don't think the pressure's high enough for it to cause any issues. So that's just going to sort itself out. What's happening? Oh, my guy's hungry. Whoops. I'm starving. I'm starving! Potato, please. My guy is hungry. Right, quit your whining. You've got some potato in you now. Right, so I've done something wrong now. Ain't great. So, what have I done? So move R9 to 30. So that pump. Oh yeah, that pump stays on as long as there's pressure in there. Fine. The issue was that thing stayed on, or did it? I think it is working. The problem now... Oh, of course. Because the pressure has dropped so much, obviously the temperature is gonna... If I open this valve, I think it'll fix the issue. Obviously it's now red hot in there. But because I'm draining the CO2 out... Well, not now I'm not, because that's gone off. That's going to take forever to cool. Okay, I'm going to remove... I need an insulated pipe. Insulated pipe, please. And some water. Pipe, 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 pipe. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna need. I'm not gonna make many because I can't bother to make steel. Right, so if I chuck you on here, you go over there, and you. So that entire pipe will now stay the same. Realistically, I should probably just leave that valve open and just cool all of my CO2 down. Really. The thing is, I don't have a backup of cool CO2, so I wonder if I don't know what the best way of doing this is. You know what? Open that up. Right, you're gonna cool. Why are all these on? Stop. Okay. So I need you to cool down, please. Come on, get cold. That's cold, so why are you not cooling down? Oh, you know what? It's just the sheer amount of pressure, I think. It's going to take a long time. I could... So I had an issue with this. And I don't really get it because the Stationpedia, right, and maybe I'm just thick, but from what I can understand here, so as long as, well, this is the bit here. So with the CO2 being minus like whatever it is, 143, I think it has to be over a pressure of 6.3 kilopascals for it to freeze. I thought that meant 6 MPa. I thought 6.3 was 6 MPa. I've only got that set to 30 kPa, which I'm being thick because that's... Oh yeah, so why is that not freezing? Well, it is freezing. I forgot what my point was. It's fine. Ignore me. You know what I should probably do? That's going to take ages to cool down. As soon as I hear any creaking, it's going off. I got in there 772. Taking the piss. I guess as soon as the tank is holding decent temperature gas, it won't get up to ridiculous temperatures as easy. Even if I was to chuck 1,000 degrees worth of temperature in, it would average out at, I don't know, 500 maybe. Yeah, so this is... I'm under the impression... This is what my point was. I think that's 6 MPa, right? And someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that line there is above 6 MPa. So, can I not pressure this pipe up to 6 MPa? Because based on what I was experiencing, you can't. I don't understand why. I need a higher pressure in there for this to actually be effective. I mean, it is minus 117 coming in. It's just not much of it. 759. Okay, let's leave that for now. What I want to do is I want that active vent to go off if that's off. So I need to... not this one. This one. Alias CO2 valve to D3. So here, this is my CO2 bit. CO2. O2. So what I can do is branch. What can I do? Load into R0 from the CO2 valve. It's on. And then if I go, if branch, no, what was it? Oh, bloody hell. BEZ? No, what? Oh my god. Oh yeah, it's branch equals 0 into, okay, yeah. So, what do I want to do? Branch to line B if A equals 0. So if R0 is 0, then go to start. Then what I can probably do here is save. No, wait. What am I doing here? I can't branch to start because it's just going to leave the active vent on. And then I can't tell it to turn off because then it's going to constantly flick. So maybe I don't do this. And do I put an and in there? So and hang on. Yeah, okay. Load ratio. So if it's less than that, and then load R1 with the CO2 valve on. And then we go and, whoops, R0. If R0 and R1 are true, so we're going to load the carbon dioxide, and then is it less than 0.2? We're going to load whether the valve is on or off. If the valve is on and the ratio of carbon dioxide is less than 0.2, then R0 becomes 1, and then we do that. Which chip is this? can't remember. I think it's this one. One second. I think I need to set you to the valve. Okay, so there we go. The active vent is off. I'm now saving power because that isn't on, regardless of what the ratio is in here. The active vent is not happy, so it goes off. Oh yeah, that's gonna take the biscuit. But nothing is going horribly wrong in here, so that's good. So let's increase this a little bit. I'm sure when I put this up to this before when I was testing it. See, I knew it. Going kaboom. But I don't get it. I don't completely understand because that's only 200 kPa. That is not a megapascal. So I don't know why that's freezing because it should. I think it should be going up to 6 MPa. So I am more than happy for someone to tell me what I'm doing wrong there. That's a big K. That's a little K. So why is my CO2 solidifying? I don't know. I don't understand. But it's fine. We'll leave it at 200 kPa anyway. That seems to be holding its own. Yeah, I don't know. Well, actually, that's saying 58.6, but that's a small K. That's a big K. So, am I just being... Max liquid temperature. Freezing temperature, 218K. Oh, so it starts to freeze. Maybe it doesn't become a solid until it hits 6 MPa. I don't know. So I could set it to 217 is what you're saying there. And that should be fine, eh? Well, there's no creaking. And then if I up it by 1. Any creaking? Yes, okay. Down it by 1. Excuse me, can you go down, please? Okay, that's enough. I'm not playing this game. Come on. Let's get it back to 200 kPa. But yeah, happy for someone to explain to me what's going on there. I thought 1,000 big Ks was an MPa, megapascal, but apparently I'm wrong. I think I don't understand why, but whatever. This is what seems to work, so we'll leave it at 200. We're on 674 degrees, so that's going to cool. It's just going to take some time. Okay, so we have our CO2 cooling, and then once that's done, we'll start filling the base. If it falls below 20, I think we set it to. 20. Yep. And I guess the other thing that I want to do today is something that I've needed to do for some time, and I think somebody made a sarcastic but actually helpful comment about the nitrogen that I'm just having build up in my ice crushers. So let's go and sort that out. So this ice crusher, I completely forgot about the gas, has quite a lot of nitrogen. So I'm thinking leak that into the base, and then the base will sort out the overpressure. Now it's going to cool the base down, but it's not going to kill us. Now the issue I have is because I'm a dingus. Although, to be fair, that isn't doing anything, actually. That's now empty. Well, there's barely anything in it, I should say. Don't know how I've got CO2 in there. But never mind. Let's put you in there for now. So, I will take you down. I don't... Oh, wrench. Wrench. Oh, really? Do I have frames on the roof? I'm pretty sure I've got frames on the roof. I'm sure I've got frames on the roof. Let me just double check before I start taking stuff down. Do I have frames? I do have frames. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's a frame behind there as well. So, crowbar. Let's turn you off for a second. Yeah, we're all good. So you can go over here. Let's take you and you and you and you. And I guess I should tidy up that as well. Like so. Just go in there. You're fine. And I want some pipes. Just gonna stick it out the wall. This isn't gonna cause an issue, is it? Don't think so. There we go. So pressure's basically not gone up by that much, really. And my overpressure system is going to deal with that now. There we go. We're a bit cooler. We're no longer completely overpressured in there now. It's coming down. And we have a source of nitrogen for our soybeans, which we don't have. So all's well that ends well. Let me put you back on. Where's my other one? It's there. Put you back on. There we go. So that is that issue sorted. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so that has been a day of not very much. I'm losing quite a lot of time just faffing around with bits and pieces. But yeah, so that should be my base atmosphere pretty much sorted. Once that one's fine. This one is just cooling, and once it gets so far down, then we should be good. And yeah, I wonder if it's worth transferring the CO2. That's just from the nitrogen into it, I think. Yeah. I wonder if it's worth transferring the cold CO2 to another tank. I don't know. I don't know. Like, is it worth having like a valve here that slowly releases hot one into it? So I've always got CO2 on tap when I need it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to take down all this rubbish because it was stuff that I don't need to be faffing around with right now. When I look at phase change, it's going to be because I want all of these. Why are these filters even on? Because you've sucked out some of the overpressure, that's why. I wonder how I can stop that. I guess I could set it so that... You know what, let me quickly do that now. I'll never go to sleep. Right, import. Is it this one or is it the other one? It's not this one, it's the other one. Right, straighten yourself up. So what do I have? So, gas room. Don't need that anymore. Not using it for anything. And I don't need that either because, well, just don't. So that is for the hydrogen. This is the filters here. So load the filtration analyzer pressure. Set greater than 0. So I should probably change that. So don't be greater than 0. Be greater than. So if I set R0, where R0 is greater than, let's go 1 MPa. No, wait. How do I do? Wait. So if it's greater than 1,000, turn on. But the thing is, as soon as it falls below 1,000, how did I? What was that? Or, okay. See, this I don't understand. I don't understand. I'll set it back down to what I had it on before. But yeah, if someone can explain that to me, then that would be great. Because I don't bloody know. I should probably fix that pipe at some point. Right, bloody hell. Let's sort these filters out. Just stay on, goddamn you. Okay, so where was I? So if it's greater... I can't remember how we did it. We had it in the moon base, didn't we? Where if it's so long, set greater than... So what if I do... So if it's greater than 1,000, then set that. Set less than... let's go R2. If R2 is less than... What do you think? 200? So if it's greater than 1,000... Set R0 to that. So I think if the... I can't do any jumps to start here. Unless I put the doors at the start. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So it's set 0 to 1 if the pressure is greater than 1,000. And then... So if it can't be an or... It's greater than 1,000. What if I did... So if it's greater than 1,000 and it's greater than 200. So I could do... And... R0, R0, R2. So if it's greater than 1,000... No, that's not going to work. Because as soon as it goes, but no.
Hydration critical.
Oh, I can't. Okay, hang on a second. I've not messed anything up. I can't remember what we did. And I'm going to go back to the code that you guys helped me with. What did we do? Oh, it's literally branching. That's what we did. Import the code, yes. Drink, please. So, so what we'll do is if we do doors there, load door, branch if it's closed door, it'll go there. So if I don't want the set greater than 0. What I want is what am I doing? So I want to take the override first. Basically, if the override is on, then I just want you to set the filters to be R1 at this point. And then what we'll do is we'll load the pressure into R0.
Hunger caution.
And then what we'll do is we will branch greater than, and we'll put this into R0, it doesn't matter. So if R0 is greater than 1,000, branch to line C. Oh, you fool. If A is greater than B. A. So if that is greater than 1,000, then branch to filters on. So if I go filters on, and then this is just going to be this. Well, that's going to be R0. So if it's greater than 1,000, go to filters on. Then what I want you to do is I want you to continue down. And then if it's greater than 1,000, so if it's branch less than, so R0 is less than 200, Uh, what am I doing? Save less than. R0. If R0 is less than. What am I doing? Register equals 1 if A is less than B. Less than 200. And then I want you to be that. So it's less than 200. That should be greater than. So if it's greater than 2... Yes, if it goes below... Okay. If the pressure is above 1,000, then go to filters on, and then turn the filters on. If it's not greater than that, then if it's greater than 200, turn them on. And then save the batch filters on. If it falls below that, it'll be 0, it will save that. So that should always, that's always going to just keep them on until it falls below 200. So then here, I want to, how do you, oh yeah, full, jump to doors. Because it'll always work down, won't it? But then that's going to skip this code here. So if I confirm that, export, it can't handle a 0. Blimey. So what's that doing then? Load R0 with the filter override open. Okay, basically don't leave that on. Is the moral of the story. So I'd like to know if that's working now, to be fair. Are you still cooling? If you are, you're taking a long time about it. You're not cooling. Why aren't you cooling? That is not enough cooling for this. It works in small quantities, not in... If I was to put the valve... If I close that valve... Now it's cooling. But then the second I open it... the pressure's too great for this little setup. I'll have a think about that. I'll have a think. It's this has been going on quite a while. These videos are getting longer and longer because I just keep losing myself in the same old stuff over and over again. I don't need that memory. Let's take that down. Okay, I'm gonna call it here because again I'm losing myself. I'm not actually making much progress these days. It just takes so long. So I'm tempted to start maybe widening the gap between the videos a little bit whilst I do stuff, and then when I come back I'll have a plan for what I'm going to do and then just kind of go over some of the stuff I've done. Or I won't, or I'll decide, you know what, no, this is me kind of learning as I go, everything I've done has been covered, and I'll keep it that way. I don't know, we'll see how I feel on the day. But yeah, that's it for now anyway. I'm going to call it here. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If anyone has any ideas on this, I am all ears. I know that I'm going to read some comments because I know there's been a few. And just kind of see what other people have been doing. I don't understand the pressure. I'm reading that chart wrong because as far as I'm concerned, I should be able to put 6 MPa of CO2 in there, but I think it's the wrong kind of K. I don't know. But tell me I'm wrong. Happy for someone to tell me I'm wrong. But until next time, take care. Enjoy building whatever you're building. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.